It is I, Grunty Boi, and today I am back because apparently the Steelers can't win games. So I will be going over the Week 16 predictions this week. Because, um, Zack Attack is, I think it's better to show you than tell you. Three straight losses. 9-8 season in jeopardy. Will this be the year the streak is broken? All because Kenny Pickett went down with injury? I don't care about your band-angled stats. The Steelers might, be bad right now, but we all know what this means. It means the Steelers are gonna go to the Super Bowl. I am sold on this fact. They're gonna hoggle the bullcrap because it is real, and Mike Tomlin is a voodoo priest. Don't lie to me. We all know they're gonna win by 3 points when they lose badly in the wild card round. The Steelers are gonna go to the Super Bowl. Let's go. Also, I went 11-5 last week, putting me at 143 and 81 on the season, which is not too bad for Pick'em, but why are y'all still here? Go cut back to him. Yeah, it's not great right now, but you know what? It's fine, because eventually, he's right. The Steelers will eventually go to the Super Bowl, and all will be fine. However, we need to get into the video, so... Hello, Steeler Nation! Welcome to another episode of Steelcast, a podcast where you don't have to be a Steelers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your co-host, Grunty Boi, obviously, and today we're going to be going over the Week 16 predictions for the 2023 season. Starting off with the Thursday night football game, you have the New Orleans Saints taking on the LA Rams. The Saints getting a big win over the New York Giants last week. And Tommy DeVito didn't look so great against going up against that Saints defense, which is actually kind of solid when it's, not hurt and actually playing well. And the Saints offense actually looked kind of good against that Giants defense, which has been their bright spot all season, despite their troubles. Mainly because that offense just could not get anything going this year. It was really weird. I don't know how that happened. But and then the Rams, they blew up the Commanders, so we don't really need to talk about that. But that offense is firing on all cylinders right now. I am gonna pick the LA Rams to get the win here. And, we're just gonna cruise right on along. Then you have the Cincinnati Bengals, the Kitty Goes Meow, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bengals going on a 3-game winning streak right now. Jake Browning looking like the next Joe Burrow over here. After that loss to Pittsburgh, they've just been cruising. And after the Steelers lost to the Bengals, they've just been falling. How the tables have turned. The Steelers are right now last in the AFC North, which is obviously not great for them. Sure, they've been last in the AFC North before, but not at 7-7. the AFC North is full of teams with winning records as of now. This is like bad for Pittsburgh because if they lose, they basically have to win out or they're going to have their first losing season and who knows how long. So they really need to win this game. And Mason Rudolph has been announced the starter with Pickett out this week. Pickett will probably be back next week. But Tomlin's like, no, Pickett needs to rest this week. We can't just sick him out there and just, let him get hurt again. So, of course, we are going to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers to win because we are homers here. However, Zach Attack is scared for this matchup because even though it's being played at home, the Steelers just lost to two win teams back to back, and then lost to the Colts for the first time in 15 years. The last time they lost to the Colts was the year they went to Super Bowl 43. So, wait a minute. The last time they lost to the Colts was when they went to Super Bowl 43 and won. Steelers go Super Bowl? Probably not, but it was, it was worth it. Steelers win, hopefully, and then everything goes back to normal? Hopefully? Question mark? Anyways, then you have the Buffalo Bills taking on the LA Chargers in the second Saturday game. And the Bills, well, they blew the pants off the Dallas Cowboys. And unfortunately, the Eagles could not win for the same their booty butt kisses. And, James Cook just ran all over the Cowboys defense, and they could do nothing about it. The pass rush of the Bills getting after Dak Prescott, something ours could not do. I don't know how. And then you got the LA Chargers who got 63 points put on them against the Raiders. The Raiders probably could have gotten another touchdown, but they said, nah, we'll have some mercy this week. Apparently, if you want your head coach to get fired, just have a whole bunch of points scored on him. Because now, Brandon Staley is out of there. Finally. I don't know why he was in LA for that long, but Brandon Staley's now been fired, and now they're head coachless, and now they probably won't be good anymore for the remainder of the season. So Buffalo, you get yourself a free win. And, yep. Try to show a little bit of mercy, though, as you put points on the Chargers defense. Try to hold back just a teeny bit, but still win, though. And then, the Sunday games. The first of which is the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Colts. In that game against the Steelers, it was Steelers first for the first quarter, and then Colts for the remainder of the game. And they shut out the Steelers in the second half. It was just bad. It was just bad for the Steelers. The Colts was getting a well-deserved win, though. And then the Falcons, they lost the Panthers. What? You're just gonna hand Carolina a win? I mean, it doesn't really matter because the Bears have the number one overall pick. But, yep. Anyways, I will pick the Colts to win this game, but Atlanta's being played at home, and Desmond Ridder is a whole new monster at home. But I am still going to pick the Colts to win. And, we'll just see, I guess. And then we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Seahawks getting it done against the Philadelphia Eagles and Legion of Boom 2.0, maybe? Just saying. And then the Tennessee Titans, well, they had the Titans number. They were winning, and then they allowed them to roar right on back. Why? I don't know or care. But that's just me. The Seahawks should win this game. The Mayo Man, a.k.a. Will Levis, is playing better. Don't get me wrong. Being played at Tennessee gives them a, pretty good advantage. However, even though Drew Lock started for Seattle, he played pretty well. It seems like Seattle won the Russell Wilson trade. I'm just saying. So, Seahawks should win, taking advantage of the Mayo Man's inexperience in the NFL, and things continue on. Then you have the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. The Commanders are just waiting for the season to end, losing badly to the Rams. And then there's the Jets, who have just been eliminated from playoff contention. And don't get me wrong, the Commanders are too. So these two teams are just honestly here. They're just here. Also, the Titans have been eliminated from postseason contention. I don't think I mentioned that, but I skipped the game. Well, we'll just go talk about the Washington Commanders game. We'll go back to the one I skipped. But yeah, the Jets should win this game. I see no reason why the Jets, lose here. Because they're going up against the Commanders. And the Jets' defense is actually pretty good. So, Jets win. And this is their tank bowl game, I guess. They're just tanking. Who's going to win the tank bowl? Probably the Jets. Then you have the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings, Jake Browning was actually one of their former backups, and he beat them. Apparently, Jake Browning does not want to go back to Minnesota. He hates them for, I guess, letting him go? I don't remember where they hate him from, but that's not the point. And then the Lions, well, they beat the pants off the Broncos. Seems like they got their mojo back. I am going to pick the Lions to win. And the Lions, if the Eagles lose another game, which they shouldn't, because their games are Giants, Cardinals, Giants, for the last 3 weeks. So if we lose one of those games, I'm going to be furious. However, it is so possible, as much as I hate to admit it, but we're not going to worry about that right now. The Lions get the win, and that's it, I guess. And then we go Green Bay Packers taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Packers losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a heartbreaker. Jordan Love looks good, but the defense, the defense and Joe Barry just needs to go. Joe Barry just needs to go at this rate. Going up against the Panthers, who beat the Falcons, and the Packers looked at the Chargers-Raiders game and was like, who do we play next week? We need them to put 63 points on us. Oh, no. I guess the only way for Joe Barry to get fired is for the Panthers to put up a whole bunch of points. Or get owned by the Bears. Or by the Vikings. I don't know. The Vikings are the more logical team to get owned by in this case, but yeah, I don't know how the Carolina Panthers are going to put up 63 points on the Packers defense when they can't even put up, they haven't even put up 30 in a single game before, at all. They only got 9 last week and won. Huh? So, I am going to pick the Packers to win. But honestly, this might just be an offensive shootout. And just who wins? Probably Packers, but we'll see. Then you have the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. The Texans, well, they beat the Titans, but barely. And then the Browns, well, they won against Chicago, but it was a lot closer than you would expect. A lot closer. But Joe Flacco is that guy. I am going to pick Cleveland to win because, it's Cleveland. Why not, right? Also, I don't think the Stroud's coming back this week for the Texans, so it only makes sense to go with the team that has the starting QB. Then you have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Jaguars, well, they had it made against Baltimore. They got their booties handed to them. And it was close for a little while, though. I think they even went into overtime, but a punt return from the Ravens ended up sealing their fate. And then the Buccaneers, well, they beat the Packers, so kudos? I don't know. The Jaguars seem to have found their mojo back with Trevor Lawrence under center, so I am going to pick, and of course the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield looked like Tom Brady, but that's because they were going up against a Joe Barry defense. So I'm going to pick the Jaguars to win. Their defense is slightly better than the Packers. Well, most defenses are better than the Packers' defense. To be fair, it is riddled with injuries, but it's still being coached by Joe Barry. Jaguars win, and that's it, I guess. Then you have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Chicago Bears. The Cardinals wasn't pretty against the 49ers. Had them for a little while. And then the 49ers just broke. They just broke. Brock Purdy is an absolute monster. And then the Bears almost beat the Browns, but were unable to finish the job. I am going to pick the Chicago Bears to get the win here only because I feel like they're playing a bit more competitive, especially with their resurging defense. So the Bears win. We'll see how this rolls. Then you have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. The Cowboys losing a heartbreaker to the Bills, where James cooked them, pun intended. Then the Dolphins, well, they beat the pants off the Jets. This is a bit of an intriguing matchup. One of my top two matchups for the week. And to be fair, the Dallas Cowboys have a chance to win this game. The Dolphins' defense is a little banged up right now and hasn't been playing too well. And Tyreek Hill might be missing for this game against the Dolphins. However, if the Bills can exploit the Dallas weakness, Miami can too. So, and they still have that high-powered flying offense and can still fight for the number one seed in the AFC and the division. So I am going to pick the Miami Dolphins to win. The Cowboys have a lot at stake too, holding that position at the division lead right now for the NFC East, and that dumpster fire. But if the Dolphins win here, and mostly just out of spite, but to be fair, Zach Attack does agree with me, the Dolphins can win this game, and I need them to. So we'll see how that one rolls. And then you have the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. The Patriots actually had it close with the Chiefs for a little while. Emphasis on a little. And then the Chiefs just did Chief things and waltzed on them all night long. I will say, though, the Broncos still have a chance to win the division. It's slim. And, of course, their playoff chances are also slim. But they're like a game or two. But they're like, how many games are they behind? Oh, they're a little bit behind, or they're a little bit more behind than I thought. The only way for the Broncos to win the division is for them to win out and the Chiefs to lose out. Which I don't foresee that happening. They are going to win this game, though. I do have Denver winning this game. Russell Wilson, they got blown out by the Lions, but the Lions have a pretty solid offense. And, of course, winning streaks don't always last forever. I should know. So, Broncos win, and the ride never ends. Then you have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in the first of 3 Monday matchups. The Raiders putting up 63 against the Chargers and allowing Brandon Staley to get fired. You're welcome. Then you have the Kansas City Chiefs who beat the Patriots, but that was the Patriots. The Kansas City Chiefs are probably a little scared of the Raiders because they scored no points against the Vikings. They put up 63 on a team that didn't have their starting QB. Like 3-0 lost to the Vikings, and then just 63 points against the Chargers for just no reason. Just no reason. Other than probably to get Brandon Staley fired because they knew that they wanted that. And it was like their early Christmas present to the Chargers. But I am still going to pick the Chiefs to win this game. They're still going to fight for that. They're still going to keep trying to win their games and fight for that postseason push. And they can do that against the Raiders. The Raiders have a pretty strong defense, but the Chiefs got a pretty strong offense as long as Travis Kelce does well. So, Chiefs win, and that's about it. Then you have the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants losing to the Saints, and Tommy DeVito getting a little bit banged up, but I think he's going to be okay to play. And then you have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are right now on a 3-game losing streak. Pete Carroll has apparently never lost the Eagles before, and that stayed true on Monday. The Eagles should win this game. Going up against the Giants, who are not a very good team on offense. They have a solid defense, but I do believe the Eagles can exploit that. So the Eagles should win, hopefully. And they just continue trucking. And then last but not least, the game of the week, the last of the Monday games, you have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The top 2 teams in both of their conferences going at it. And the Ravens have the only healthy QB in the AFC North right now, are in control of their own destiny. The Ravens' schedule is a little bit tough these last 3 weeks. However, this is probably their toughest matchup of those last 3 weeks. Going up against the San Francisco 49ers, who are probably the most balanced team in football right now. And, oh my goodness. The 49ers and the Ravens, this is probably what some people would say a Super Bowl preview. Now, last time the Ravens and 49ers actually played in the Super Bowl, it was when Jim Harbaugh was head coach of the 49ers. Back when Colin Kaepernick was the quarterback, and the Ravens ended up winning that Super Bowl. So, it was the hardball Super Bowl, basically. But there's no Jim Harbaugh this time. He's over in Michigan, I think. So, I am going to pick the San Francisco 49ers to get the win. The most balanced team in football. And personally, I think they can get the job done, as much as I hate to admit it. I respect my fellow Bird team, but I know Zack Attack would not be happy with the Ravens winning. So, 49ers, you get the win. And still hold the number 1 seed in the AFC. Even if they lost, they would still have a tiebreaker against Philadelphia, so, it's whatever. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who do you have winning this week? Where are you in your pick'em rankings? And, of course, do you agree with my picks? Or second text pics that I've just been reading off here the entire time. Let me know. I am your co-host for this week. I am Grunty Boi, and as always,
you're in Steel's country.